Welcome to MindShift Daily Chanel. Letting go of the past is one of the most courageous things a person can do. It requires strength, not weakness, bravery, not avoidance. The past, for many, is a source of pain, regret, and confusion. But it is also a wellspring of wisdom if we choose to look at it through the lens of growth. The truth is, we cannot change what happened yesterday, but we can choose how it shapes our today and our tomorrow. This is the heart of a growth mindset, seeing every experience, even the painful ones, as opportunities to learn, evolve, and become stronger. A growth mindset doesn't deny pain, it embraces it, understands it, and transforms it. When we hold on to the past, we tether ourselves to events we can no longer influence. It becomes an anchor that holds us back from sailing into the future with confidence. But when we learn to let go, not by forgetting, but by reframing, we begin to see the past not as a burden, but as a teacher. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback. Every heartbreak becomes a lesson in love, resilience, and self-worth. One of the most powerful ways to let go of the past is through self-compassion. So many people are stuck in cycles of guilt, shame, and self-blame. They replay their mistakes like a broken record, hoping that somehow, through suffering, they can undo what has been done. But the truth is, self-punishment never leads to healing. Forgiveness does. And that forgiveness must start with ourselves. We must be willing to say, I did the best I could with what I knew then. Now I know better. Now I will do better. This mindset shift is transformative. Consider the story of Oprah Winfrey, who endured a traumatic and abusive childhood. She could have allowed those experiences to define her, to trap her in a narrative of victimhood. But she chose a different path. She chose growth. She chose to see herself not as a victim of her circumstances, but as the author of her story. She used her pain as fuel for purpose, creating a platform that empowers millions around the world. Her story is a testament to what is possible when we let go of the past and move forward with strength. Letting go also involves accepting what is. Acceptance is not resignation. It is the recognition that some things are beyond our control. When we accept the reality of what happened, we stop resisting, and in that surrender, we find peace. That peace becomes the foundation upon which we build a new future. A growth mindset teaches us that we are not stuck. We are not our mistakes. We are not our past. We are capable of change, and every day is a new opportunity to write a new chapter. One technique for fostering this mindset is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings helps process and release them. It brings clarity and insight. When you journal about your past, focus not just on what happened, but on what you learned. Ask yourself, what did this experience teach me? How did it help me grow? What strengths did I discover in myself as a result? This shift in perspective is powerful. It transforms wounds into wisdom and stories of pain into stories of perseverance. Another strategy is visualization. Picture your future self stronger, wiser, freer. See yourself unburdened by the past, walking forward with purpose. Visualization is not just about dreaming, it's about creating a mental blueprint for the life you want. When your mind can see it, your actions will begin to align with that vision. This practice trains your brain to focus on possibility rather than limitation, and that is the essence of a growth mindset. Surrounding yourself with the right people is also crucial. Growth rarely happens in isolation. We need community, mentors, and role models. Seek out those who uplift and inspire you, who see your potential even when you don't. Let their belief in you help rebuild your own. Share your journey with others. Be honest about your struggles and victories. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is the bridge to connection and transformation. We often think that letting go means forgetting, but true letting go is remembering without pain. It is being able to look back with gratitude instead of bitterness. It is seeing how even the darkest moments contributed to our becoming. This doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, patience, and intentional effort, but it is worth it. because on the other side of letting go is freedom. The freedom to live fully in the present and to step boldly into the future. Growth mindset is not a one-time choice. It is a daily practice. It is choosing every day to believe that we can learn, change, and rise. It is choosing to see challenges as opportunities, failures as feedback, and setbacks as setups. It is refusing to be defined by what happened and instead defining ourselves by how we respond. This mindset turns victims into victors, survivors into thrivers. In the professional realm, this shift can be especially powerful. Maybe you made a mistake at work, lost a job, or failed at a business venture. These experiences can be crushing, but they don't have to be the end of your story. Many successful entrepreneurs have failed multiple times before achieving success. What set them apart was their ability to learn from those failures and keep going. They saw each setback as a stepping stone. They let go of the shame and embraced the lesson. One such example is Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Before becoming a billionaire, she failed the LSAT twice, was rejected from law school, and spent years selling fax machines door to door. But she didn't let those rejections define her. She believed in her idea, took a chance, and turned a simple concept into a global brand. Her story illustrates that letting go of past failures opens the door to future success. On a personal level, letting go can mean releasing a toxic relationship, forgiving a betrayal, or healing from childhood wounds. It can mean no longer defining yourself by what someone else did to you. This kind of emotional freedom is life-changing. It allows you to reclaim your power and redirect your energy toward growth. It helps you stop living in the what was and start creating the what could be. One of the most empowering realizations you can have is that your past does not determine your worth. You are not broken. You are becoming. Every scar is proof that you survived. Every tear is evidence of your strength. And every lesson is a building block for the future you are creating. When you adopt this perspective, you no longer run from your past. You rise above it. Meditation and mindfulness are also valuable tools in this journey. They teach us to be present, to observe our thoughts without judgment, and to cultivate inner peace. When practiced regularly, they create space between stimulus and response, allowing us to choose how we react rather than being ruled by old patterns. They help us become more aware of the narratives we tell ourselves and give us the power to rewrite them. Our thoughts shape our reality. If we constantly dwell on the past, we carry its weight into our present and future. But when we shift our focus to growth, possibility, and purpose, everything changes. We begin to act differently, speak differently, and think differently. And in doing so, we create a new reality for ourselves, one that is not bound by yesterday, but inspired by tomorrow. Affirmations can reinforce this new mindset. Statements like, "I am not my past, I am growing every day, and I have the power to create a new story," can rewire your brain for positivity and resilience. Speak them aloud, write them down, repeat them until they become your truth. Words have power, and when you speak life over yourself, you begin to live it. Ultimately, letting go of the past is an act of self-love. It is choosing to no longer allow yesterday's pain to steal today's peace or tomorrow's possibilities. It is believing that you are worthy of healing, happiness, and hope. And it is taking action one step at a time, one decision at a time to move forward with strength. You were not meant to live in regret. You were meant to rise, to shine, and to make a difference. So take a deep breath. Look ahead. The future is wide open. And you, with all your experiences, your lessons, your strength, are ready to step into it. Let go of the past, not to forget, but to grow. Because your best days are not behind you, they are waiting ahead. And every time you choose growth over guilt, courage over comfort, and hope over hurt, you become a beacon of inspiration. Not just for yourself, but for everyone watching your journey. You show others that it is possible to overcome, to heal, and to thrive. You show them what it looks like to move forward with strength. Continues until 20,000 words.